Your arms come straight up, it's there. Now then pull your arms down towards you.
Despite a year's experience under their belts, the combined rehearsal proved a nerve-wracking event for some students and teachers. But according to the show's producer, it's all coming together on schedule.
I'm feeling really excited, really excited at the moment. It's like 3 months' work coming together, I suppose.
With an extra 400 young performers this year, around 2,500 students will take to the stage at Newcastle's Entertainment Centre next month.
It's about 40 separate acts, each lasting around about 2.5 to 3 minutes, linked together in a show with a cast of 2,500.
The event represents a huge effort, coordinating 105 schools across the Hunter, and there's still a little more work to do.
Children will be from now until the 23rd of May, brushing up, learning what they've done here, edging themselves on, I suppose, because they're really keen from what's happened here, doing their costumes, and then the next rehearsal that we have is the 23rd of May, which is the day before the show, and we keep our fingers crossed that everything's coming together.
It may be their first dress rehearsal, but the stars of Starstruck 97 went through their routines without a hitch. Now in its 5th year, the gala performance opens to a full house tonight. Thousands of students singing and dancing their way through the history of entertainment. With 104 primary and high schools from throughout the region taking part, producer-director John Deacan says the group rehearsals are a challenge.
They're long, they're hard when you're putting 2,700 kids together for virtually the first time today. That's with our choir. Lighting and sound have got to kick it all in one hit. It's really immense, but it's gone smoothly.
It's a non-stop performance that grows more popular every year, with Mr. Deacan adopting a rather unorthodox approach.
I get a team of people together who are very creative, and every time we have a formula for the show, we say, okay, now let's change it.
They arrived by the busload from schools across the Hunter Valley. After months of preparation, the final touches were applied. Some competitors were nervous, others looked forward to the experience.
I've been on stage here a few times before, but yeah, I am excited.
More than 2,500 students will have their turn up on stage at this year's dance festival. So how was it?
Great. Just wanted to say it there longer. It's good.
After 9 performances at Newcastle University's Griffith Duncan Theatre, the show will go on the road.
We become a travelling circus, I suppose. We have 10 buses. They go to Muswellbrook High School where they perform, and we also go to Taree Entertainment Centre.
On the 27th of this month, all eyes will be focused on Newcastle as the Olympic torch is run through the city's streets. And rehearsals for the celebrations which will accompany the torch are in full swing in Newcastle.
We've got pathways to work with, we've got slopes to work with, we've got 4 stages to work with, and we've got the water, so we need to coordinate all those things.
The celebrations will start in the early evening, with the cauldron being lit at 7 p.m. A highlight will be 16 international choirs and 22 local choirs, which will combine at the Foreshore Amphitheatre, making the celebrations some of the biggest Newcastle has seen.
Something out of the box is the theme of this year's show. In the wake of last year's roaring success, fans were making sure they weren't going to miss out this year. While 13-year-old Marcus Jones entertained the waiting crowd, organisers sold thousands of tickets.
It's a real full-on variety show built into a theme, and that's what makes it special.
95 schools from throughout the Hunter region and parts of the Central Coast are involved this year, and more than 2,500 students will take to the stage for the grand finale. Organisers are hoping this will break a world record. The production team have been overwhelmed by the students' interest in the event.
Our hardest thing at the moment is that we've got to say no to more students, which is really difficult.
Led by director John Deacan.
After 10 years, it seems that we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I can't stop it. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, and this is where it is at the moment. The biggest show that we've ever had.
John Deacan was one of Starstruck's founders 10 years ago and says the work of the region's teachers is crucial in the show's success.
If it wasn't for the teachers, this wouldn't get on, because they spend all of their time getting this together outside of their normal classroom routine.
The production opens at the Entertainment Centre on the 12th of June, and the students, drawn from kindergarten to year 12, can't wait.
It's fantastic, the rush that goes through, the smiles, the audience, all the kids, it's just one big buzz, it's awesome.
18 years ago, Newcastle didn't have a major entertainment venue or a mass schools production. But teacher John Deacan had been involved with the Sydney Spectacular and had a vision for the Hunter.
And until we had the entertainment centre, we had no venue that was big enough. But then, of course, once the entertainment centre was built, we suddenly had a venue that could fit quite a lot of schools and lots of children into a show.
That was in June when the centre opened. The next June, we had a show.
Since then, Starstruck has grown into a juggernaut, encompassing 145 Hunter and Central Coast public schools with almost 3,500 performers in each show. And right there in the thick of it every year is producer John Deacan.
Keep working the audience so that you get both sides. Up there as well. I was going to say it keeps you young, but it's not quite. Oh, look, I love it. It's a real buzz, you know. I get the excitement of that creative input and that energy.
He encourages you, and he doesn't go off at you when you do something wrong. He just encourages you and helps you with it.
It's opening night tomorrow, and Mr. Deacan has revealed it's likely to be his last year.
It's magic. It's just totally magic. I don't miss that if I retire.